Hey guys, this is No Solution. I'm Scott. This is not going to be a response to He Who Shall Not Be Named. If you watch my last video, you know what I'm talking about. I just watched a video from Keith from Attack from Down Under, and he is calling for sanity in this situation. So I'm going to reflect a little bit, and I'll be back shortly to address that ongoing situation. But anyway, we're gonna do some blind buy blasphemies today with a couple other things thrown in. Um, First off, I wanted to talk about the new Gravewurm album, Poisonous Kingdom. Yes, a new Gravewurm. This is the third full length this year. I think is actually the official release date is the beginning of next year, but it was done, so he just sent out pre-orders, and it is fantastic. He's been killing it this year, man. 3 full lengths and an EP. And I don't have a lot to say about it right now because I just got it and just given it a couple listens, but I'll be back to talk about it more in depth later. Just so you know, though, if you order it now, I believe still available. I think it's the first 50 orders is a bonus EP of extra tracks. The EP just comes in a paper sleeve. Just so you know, I just had an extra 2-disc case around, so I just put them together. This one is called, the EP is called Companion of Carry On, and it's got some really cool songs on there too. So definitely, if you're at all interested in this, go get it right now so you get the extra songs. So there you go. Gravewurm, Poisonous Kingdom, another friggin' great one from this year. Next, I'm going to go to Jacob's thread. He's going through the alphabet. Just wanting people to show things of the letter, and we're up to B. I just picked one thing, but it's this Backyard Babies box set called Them 20. So this is for the 20th anniversary of the band. It came out in 2009. I actually just recently got this because it came out for a good price. So this was a 1-disc release, just like a best of, but this box set has 2 extra CDs full of, I think, every B-side they ever had from that, up till that point. So lots of good stuff, and a DVD that I haven't tried to play, but it's not my region, so I'm not sure I can play it, but it's a documentary of the band, and a cool book. Not really any write-ups, just a lot of photos and stuff, but it's pretty thick. You can see there. Lots of cool stuff in it. So Backyard Babies were a kind of in the riding that wave of the Swedish hard rock revival that was going on in the 90s. That kind of, the Helicopters, I think, were like the big success from that. So this band, Dragan, the guitar player for the Helicopters, this was his band, and he did the first 2 Helicopters albums and then left to focus on this band. And their second album, called Total 13, I think is just a stone cold hard rock classic. I can play that one over and over. I kind of fell out over the years. Like, they put out a couple that I wasn't that into, and then they became harder to find and import only, and I just didn't pursue them. But hearing the stuff on this that I hadn't heard before, I think I missed out. So I'm probably going to go back and grab the few that I don't have. So if you're into hard rock, definitely check out Backyard Babies if you haven't heard them. And particularly the album Total 13, if you can find that one, definitely snap it up. All right, blind buys, let's go. All right, I did another Decade album. This is under Hecate's Spell. I also have another Decade release. I picked this one because I thought it was short, but it is not. This looks like an EP, but then you open it up, and it also has all these tracks on it too. And it's not really annotated like where these came from. I think they might be demos. So this has, let me find my notes because, yeah, this came out in 2007. It has recordings. The main one, the Under Hecate's Spell, is from 2003. Then it's got a 1993 demo EP, whatever, a 1991 demo, and then a couple extra tracks from 2007. So you kind of get a bunch of different time periods on here. It's kind of what I expected from the other Decade that I heard. More primitive, first wave kind of battery worship. with a drum machine on the newer tracks. What I really liked on here was the 1993 recordings. They had a real drummer. It seemed like it just had more energy to it. Rougher sound, obviously. The 91 recording was even rougher than that and was much more death metal than like the first wave black metal that I had associated with them. Then the 2007, there's 2 tracks, and one's like an ambient soundscape deal, and then there's an outro to the ambient track. Like, why didn't you just make that one track? I don't know. But it's like an hour and 10 minutes. Like, this is not something you want to sit all the way through like I did. It's more, listen to it in sections maybe. It's cool. I think I have one more Decayed, and I think it's a 2-disc set. I think this is it's more Decayed than I will ever need. But it's a fun listen. Nothing essential, but if you want some kind of background first wave black metal, you could do worse. And they're always cheap. So next one, for a complete change of pace. Or should I do a shitty one first? I got 2 that I hate, so let's do one that I hate instead. Colorless Forest. Could you get a more boring album cover, maybe? And this is called Those Who Come With the Rain. It is on War Against Yourself Records, which is usually more of a DSBM label, so I guess I assumed with this, that's what this was, and with, Those Who Come With the Rain, it sounded like it was DSBM. It is not. It is... My notes are all over the place. 2013. This is a Russian band. They formed in 2008. And the last thing they put out was 2015. Anyway, this is 4 long tracks. I would say ambient, black metal, musical wallpaper, I guess. It's just kind of there. Colorless is exactly the right word for this. It's just kind of boring in there. I thought it was DSBM. It's just kind of boring. I mean, full disclosure, I got halfway through track 2, and I was like, yeah, fuck this. So this is out of here. I got it cheap, and it wasn't worth whatever paltry $3 I probably paid for it. So kind of bought it on the strength of the label, because Varden, who I like a lot, does a lot on this label. But yeah, this sucks. Colorless Forest. Get lost. Okay, next. This is a weird one. Symphonia. Their only release, In Paradisum, 2011. It's like a one-off power metal supergroup kind of deal. I found this at the dollar store locally. Literally, it was $1, sitting amongst a bunch of other garbage, and I saw this, and then the hype sticker says, because yes, I saved the hype sticker because I'm a fucking dork. It's like, that caught my attention. I was like, really? Members of Halloween, Stradivarius, Sonata Arctica, and Angra. Echoes of classic metal fused with prog metal. Like, well, it's $1. All right. So this is Timo Tolkki. Is that his name? Tolkki. Timo Tolkki of Stradivarius fame. I don't really know much about Stradivarius other than like the weird like publicity stunt shit they did years ago. I've never really listened to them. I know he's kind of a shredder guitarist guy. And it's got Andre Matos from Angra on vocals. And it has Uli Kush on drums, formerly of Halloween. And then some other guys I don't really know. I think this dude was in Sonata Arctica, or maybe it was this guy, or maybe it was a keyboardist. I don't know. Anyway, on to the music, right? That's what matters. So it sounds perfect, like super well produced, as you might expect from a project like this. It's very, very power metal-y, Disney metal, like very major key and positive. I would say comparable maybe to Avantasia without the Jim Steinman Meatloaf type influences. I'm not really a big fan of Andre's vocals. I've never really gotten to Angra kind of for that reason, but he does a good job on this. Timo's solos are really shreddy, but they're cool, and they're kept short. Most of the songs are like 5-ish minutes. I think the title track is like 9, but they don't go too overboard with like the proggy stuff. I enjoyed it, but I feel like this kind of music needs catchier, more anthemic choruses. So definitely is worth $1. And if you're into like this style and any of the guys in this band, I would definitely say check it out if you can find it. I mean, I would assume you can find it cheap, considering I did. But yeah, it was fun. I'll definitely listen to it a few more times and then decide if I want to keep it. But as of now, I thought it was a solid listen. So if you're into power metal, check out Symphonia. It has horrible reviews on Metal Archives, and I did not. Maybe if you're into power metal, you would think you've heard all this before and it sucks, but I thought it was cool. And then last, I saved the best for last. Holy crap. This one, XXII, I guess you would say. Colme, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the title. Look at that artwork. Okay. Here's the back cover. And there's the dudes in the band. It's a Finnish band formed in 2010. They got a bunch of releases that are like digital only and like EPs and weird stuff like that. So I got this, like, I seriously think it was $2. Nuclear War Now, I was ordering something and they, suggested adding this. So from the hype sticker, impure Finnish death metal, an unfortunate vomit ballet conducted by and choreographed for amputated limbs. So this is described as avant-garde death metal, and it's got accordion, piano, harmonica, trumpet. It's 1 39-minute track. Imagine Pandemonium if it was all completely dissonant, abrasive, and annoying, I guess. I really do like Pandemonium. To me, that's like what avant-garde death metal is. They seem like guys who wanted to make avant-garde death metal and just kind of got in a room and just fucking did shit and then called it a record. I just consider it nonsense. I put up with this for 10 or so minutes, and I didn't figure it was going to get awesome all of a sudden at the 20-minute mark. So I saved that 30 minutes of my life and did not listen to any more. I think this has 2 reviews, and one of them is this is absolute freaking garbage, and the other one is this is genius. So I guess whatever side you fall on. If this is genius, I'm okay being stupid and not getting it. That's fine. I'll pass it on to somebody else, and maybe they'll think it's awesome. But yeah, XXII, go get fucked. This is trash. All right, that's it for this video. You'll probably see me in a short amount of time talking about the ongoing hostilities in the VC. So until next time, CM Punk is a piss baby. Later.